In most cultures on earth, we don't learn how to deal with emotions, and as humans, we have a lot of them. So today I'll tell you how you can use your feelings to know yourself better and to improve your life. Usually when people have very strong negative emotions, they do pretty much anything they can in order to avoid them. They watch TV, hang out with friends, exercise, or even do drugs and alcohol. These kind of things, they can change the way you feel in that moment. They work as a band-aid. But if the source of the emotion is about something that's ongoing in your life, it will keep coming back. Another way that people deal with negative emotions, it is through denial. They keep telling themselves and everyone else around them that everything is fine when they are not. They might lie to themselves as much as they want, but it do not change the way they feel, because emotions are very accurate when they measure the level of satisfaction in life. And if they keep ignoring their problems, they might get sick, because that's what happens when your soul, your mind, your body, and your emotions are out of alignment. Emotions are a good indication that something is not right, so you can use them to work and improve yourself. And the way to do that is quite simple. You just have to acknowledge, I'm having an emotion, give it a name, I'm feeling frustrated, sit down, close your eyes, go inside, focus on it, and start to investigate what is making me feel this way, so you can figure out what is causing it. Of course, if you are not used to do this kind of inner work, you might have difficulties in the beginning to figure out the answer. So, to help you out, I'll give you a sort of a roadmap and talk about the three possible causes: your thought patterns, your inner child, and lack of alignment with your soul. Your thoughts are responsible for most of your emotions, and to be honest, compared to the other topics that I'll cover, this one is the easiest one to identify and work it out. It is easy to identify because as soon as you ask yourself, why am I feeling like that? Your mind will say straight away, because of that. And when the thought comes into your mind, you will feel an eruption of emotions about it. Many times you'll not be able to change the situation, but you can change your thoughts, and that in turn will change the way you feel. And to do that, you have to talk to your mind as if it was a child. So let's say you are upset because someone in your family took a decision that you don't agree with. You ask your mind, does this decision affect you? No. Do you have to live with the consequence of this decision? No. So why do you bother? Anxiety and fear can be dealt this way because usually they're related to the future. They're mental constructions about the things that didn't happen yet. It's not real. So that's a very good argument to give it to your mind so you can pacify it. Frustration is another one easy to work on a mental level, because usually you feel that when something is not working out the way you want it and you think about giving up. So before you give up, just adjust your expectations and change your strategy. A lot of time, anger and stress are about things that you cannot control, like the government, the system, other people. So what is easier, to change them or to work on your mindset? Now, when something quite small happens and you have a huge emotional reaction, the problem might be deeper in your inner child. When your emotional reaction is coming from your inner child, it's much harder to detect because usually it is triggered by something that happens. And if you don't know yourself well enough, or if you're not used to do inner work, you might think that's only about the situation. To illustrate, let's say you just started a relationship and the person messages you every day, but for some reason today he or she got too busy and didn't message at all. And you spend the day having a lot of intense emotions and imagining all possible scenarios, even the ones that he or she might never message you again. That's your inner child's fear of abandonment being triggered. You see how it is, how something so small becomes so huge? It is hard to identify, but if you manage, it is a great opportunity for inner healing. And the healing part is something quite easy to do. You just have to go inside through meditation, meet your inner child, and talk to him or her as the wiser person that you are today. And say things from your heart that you would say to any child that's afraid of being abandoned or any other emotional wound that you are working on. This kind of healing is super good and it can change you to the rest of your life. But you have to become good dealing with your emotions, doing inner work, and knowing yourself. You will know if your emotions are coming from lack of alignment between your life and your soul when, no matter what you do, you cannot change them because they are in the core of your being. You might feel constantly tired, angry, sad, or even depressed, and that will last for a long period of your life. This one is quite easy to identify if the person is not on denial and hard to work on because it requires drastic life changes, and not many people are willing to do that. The most common areas where this lack of alignment happens, it is career and marriage. And after 40, 50 years old, it is quite hard to change your profession or get a divorce. That's why people go in denial. They keep telling stories to convince themselves that everything is okay when it's not, because if they admit they have a problem, they'll have to take action. What these people don't realize is that the soul is a much higher consciousness than our tiny conscious mind. So if they don't move out of their comfort zone by themselves, life will push them out of it. And usually that comes in the shape of accidents or diseases. I have 2 more videos that you might be interested about it. I really hope today's video has helped you somehow. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time.